First off, what's the difference between flexibility and mobility? Flexibility is the entire range of motion you have, and mobility is how much of that range of motion you can actively control. So it's the motor control is the mobility, and the absolute range is the flexibility. And we're looking at a little bit of both in this element. And the first drill to do that is you get in your straddle stance, so about the distance you would also have on your bike. Then you hinge at the hips and you just bend your knees slightly. So not as much as I have right now, just a slight bend. And you want to be able to bring your knuckles about the height, the medium height of your shin, or lower ideally. If you can't reach your shin, the middle of your shin with your knuckles, then you know that you're lacking the flexibility and probably also the mobility of this range of motion. And why is that a problem? Well, if we're on the bike, then we're going to be in that position a lot when we're riding downhill, and we need to be able to use the range of motion actively in order to stay stable when we're braking, when we're riding in techie sections, when we're in a berm and we have those compression forces. So we need that to stay stable. If you're having trouble using that range of motion off the bike, of course you're not going to be able to use it on the bike. So you're going to struggle with skills like manuals, with steeps, with anything requiring you to use your entire range of motion. And probably if you are very stiff, then even with braking as soon as it's a little steeper. And those are all indicators that you need to be working on your flexibility and mobility if you want to be a nimble mountain biker and if you want to get rid of all sorts of, let's say, problems related with fear, hesitation, sore muscles, sore back, sore neck. Then all of this could be related to exactly this coordination, this flexibility and mobility issue right there. The next one, and this is super common, especially with riders beyond 40, 50, or even older, is a lack of cervical and neck mobility. What you want to do, just as a reminder, you want to take the same position you had before, straddle stance, just a slight bend, bring your upper body low and keep that straight back, so you don't want to be arching. And in this position, you now want to lift your head and look ahead. And if you don't have this mobility here, then of course that's going to limit you in the steepness you can ride. Next, you want to look to both directions, first just with the head, and then you want to be able to rotate with your entire upper body into both directions. And especially this range of motion is limited for a lot of people. And the problem with that is that if you have that, then you're going to be limited in how far you can look away when you're riding steeps, which of course will result in a slower riding speed that's possible. Because if you can't look far ahead, how are you going to ride faster? Because your vision needs to go farther away when you increase the speed. If you have limited rotation, then you're going to be limited in the ability to corner, especially at slow speeds and at fast speed in berms where you need to rotate into the corner. And all those are indicators and limiters that come way before the skill or the technique itself. And if you have these, then working on those is going to unlock so many techniques for you and so much confidence for you on the trail.